Hello, self, cosmos, infinite universe. This is magic mirror work. Oh, beautiful moon. Sunrise on, I think it's a Thursday, September 10th, 2025, here on Lama Island in Hong Kong, near Hong Kong. This is our last morning that we have here for the foreseeable future. And it's been a brilliant 3 nights, 4 days here. Beautiful birds in the background, hawks, the moon, sunrise. Yeah, last night we had a feast. We took the first couple nights here and said, let's really take it easy. Let's eat nourishing home cooked meals. Let's take a little pause from these crazy meals. And last night I was like, no, we haven't had any of the seafood here yet. And it's funny because the seafood isn't like local, which is what my brain was thinking, but it was a beautiful tourist trap. But as my dear sister essentially said, it's a tourist trap that actually tastes good because the people that come here are actually getting good seafood. And so we had our first spider crab, which they measure in this other way, but it's about probably 4 or 5 pounds. And we had sea snails. Those are the two things my son really wanted. And we had some squid, and we had some vegetables, and the crab. Oh, exquisite, exquisite. Um, and so feasted like kings. Like that's what it is. Like how rich do we feel? And yes, we are spending money. And how worthwhile is it to spend money this way? To create experiences, memories like this. We're halfway through our Hong Kong trip, and it has far exceeded expectations. I was like, my mind had thought, I'm going to come here to survive, to support my beloved, to support being with her family, just say yes, be there, be the eye of the storm. And I have been the eye of the storm, like just calm, centered, and amongst all this, enjoying the shit out of it as well. And part of it is I created another breath session yesterday, which is really powerful, connecting things happen, moved in a 3D world that reminded us of the energetic spiritual world as well. And that's something that keeps happening over and over. These 3D things are happening, and how do I remind myself and others of that? The second thing is then I received my first real yoga session from my sister, and her way of doing things. She saw the imbalances in my muscles and my breathing and my diaphragm and the stretching and the tightness. And so just practicing different kinds of stretching with different blocks, with different straps, with the walls, with different strengthening exercises. And I'm probably just going to request, hey, can I get some of your stuff so that I have it instead of me trying to buy new stuff, asking for hers. And it's a different way of practicing. And I may not be able to get it, that's okay, but I'm always willing to ask. So that's the first part, is just noticing the difference my body feels it right now. I'm going to get my first official class as well. I'm going to meet some important people, possibly, and if I don't, it's okay. We've already done more than we wanted. Everything now is just bonus, and that's part of that whole idea of afterglow. Like early and earlier, getting into the bonus phases of each trip, each vacation, but also creating each trip to be of a substantial enough nature that I'm not trying to rush. Like if we told ourselves we only had 1 week and we wanted to get all this done, it'd feel like a rush. If we gave ourselves 2 weeks, we didn't expect to get any of this done. And every day we're unfolding with it, and every day I'm resting in between. There's so many naps that are happening for me. And I'm getting to play with family in ways I didn't think of. I'm getting to use the Roxiva light again. Yeah. What else is there? And my little man went to Waldorf school for the first time to try it out, and just a beautiful first introduction to things. We just ate by the beach, and just it feels so good to sit there by the beach, watching the water, eating Chinese food, seeing just the differences in seafood, in ways of being, in ways of living, in drinking these really nourishing drinks, and being around all this nature, all these butterflies, getting lots of bug bites, but part of it, it's worth it, right? Trying something different, seeing all these crazy spiders, giant spiders. Saw my first praying mantis. I let it run on me, picked up my first frog here. And it's just taking it one step at a time, not trying to push, push all the time. And also when breath becomes air, as I speak, especially to my sister who's been through so much yoga training, she's helping to guide me into where I'm being unclear. And I'm going to have a conversation tonight. Where can I create more clarity in what's been happening, what's going on, and keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. And over again, reminding myself, not everyone may see things the way I see it. It's not a failure if they don't. I will be there. I'm creating family. And in the creation of family, things are going to go a little differently. Things are going to go a little wonky at first. Things may go a little differently, may go a little wonky. And to let go of attachment to how it goes, I will plant some seeds. It's not the truth. I make mistakes. I make mistakes. And I'll say, just to plant the seeds of mistakes, when we look back, thank you. And I say that because I can really thank my parents for all the mistakes, because of the life I live and the remind I live. I keep coming back to regular. I'm like, all right, how could I imagine myself of getting here? And what else is possible? And part of it is the travel again. Part of it is having taken the hiatus from traveling, because we just didn't do regular traveling. We had such a break from it. I mean, part of it is the betrayals, the falling parts, the going aways, and just trusting that the coming backs are going to happen. Part of it is for this is to let go of, okay, I will have a completion. I'll happily have a follow-up breath session. And I'd happily do that again in person as well. And when we can, we're going to come back to what's next? What's next? What's next? One step at a time. One step at a time. So interesting how many things get mixed up. One step at a time. I can only be the version of myself that I am now. And I am willing to keep evolving. And that's part of how I can see I've quote unquote screwed up, because I'm looking at it from this lens rather than the lens I had when I first did it. Every time I did things, I did the best I could in the moment I had. And now I can see I could do it even better. Even better. Hindsight is this funny thing. Hindsight is this funny thing. And that's part of it. Like, someone's asking me, why am I doing these calls to get quote unquote testimonials, marketing thing during someone's process? I'm like, because I'm trying to do it differently as well. Having someone else do it, having them ask questions, having had conversations, can reflect, it can integrate, it can bring back together. And as that happens, what is possible then? Oh man, so many things can come together. So many realizations can come in. And how to practice and play with this now instead of saying, I need to wait till I get this right before I implement it, before I deploy it. Deploy it now. Deploy it now. And then deploy it through the process, at the end of the process, at the follow-up of the process, because it's not just afterwards. Afterwards, and I love this, people are talking about, don't look at what all these great tech inventors are saying now about what they created, because it's going through the filtered lens of what they understand now. Go back to the beginning when they're releasing things public about what's actually going on. Amazon selling books, almost going bankrupt. Apple going almost bankrupt multiple times. Like, every single company went through their dark night of the soul. Person goes through the dark night of the soul. Healing goes through the dark night of the soul. Teaching goes through the dark night of the soul. Allyship, shifting from mentor to teacher to ally, and then recognizing those processes in a way needed to happen that way, because you can't jump right into something that someone isn't ready for. And I'm inviting people into Ohana, but that concept is so foreign that it may seem different, and even foreign to me. So where am I not holding full integrity in that? It may seem like, and I am, and I'm not. Over and over, it goes back and forth. But most people may not be able to understand those concepts fully, so how do I meet them where they're at? And I'm going to try to meet you where you're at and speak in a language that makes sense to you. And when I don't, please help me to translate. And that's what I have often. I have translators. Marika's one of my translators. Joni's one of my translators. Elizabeth's one of my translators. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Time to go get ready. Ciao for now.